Hello, welcome back to Knowing the Holy Bible. We're making sure that you know that Holy Bible and you know it for yourself. You know all the chapters and the verses, the scriptures and the stories, and you know them for yourself. I'm your host, your teacher, and your correctionist, Wayne Thomas. And today, we're continuing on in the first book of the Bible, Genesis chapter 1. We are now in chapter 2, verse 15. Okay, this is where God's going to take the man and he's breathed into him the breath of life, and here we go. Okay. And the Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. Okay, because you figure back then, you had no paths or, no shears to cut stuff down. You know what I mean? You probably had to take certain tree limbs and make tools. So it must have been a weird, full, complete situation, and he's all by himself out there doing this. Okay. All right. With the animals and stuff. And the Lord commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden you may eat freely. But of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, that one over there with good and evil involved with it, thou shalt not eat of it. You don't even touch it. For in the day that you eat of it, you shall surely die. Okay? Okay? And the Lord God said, it is not, it's like he said to himself, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. And out of the ground the Lord formed every beast in the field and every fowl in the air, and brought them to Adam to see what he would call them. And Adam, whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. You know what I mean? You figure he didn't name everything. It took years to name all the things that we know about today. Anyway, so and Adam gave names to cattle and to the fowl of the air and to every beast in the field. But for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him. And the Lord caused the Lord caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And our Father took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof, and the rib which the Lord God had taken from man, and he made a woman and brought her unto Adam. And Adam said, this is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh, and she shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Now it's important to note something right there, that Adam called her woman. God didn't call her woman. Adam called her woman. Remember that, because of something I'm going to tell you later on about that. And he said, the woman was taken out of the man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they both were naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. The statement that it closes with is very important. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and they were not ashamed. They weren't even thinking. It didn't even dawn on them that they were naked, and had no clue of it at all. Until, of course, chapter 3. That ends all chapters 1 and 2. Then comes chapter 3. It's time for us now to listen to it, to make sure that everything that I said is on point. Okay? So that you should know for yourself what everything that I mentioned or said to you from the chapters 1 and 2. Now, I'm just going to let it play and let you hear it for yourself. Okay? All right. Okay, here we go.
Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and empty, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved on the face of the waters, and God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided between the light and the darkness. And God called the light day.
Very good.
And he called the darkness night. And the evening and morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be an expanse in the middle of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters."
Waters from the waters.
And God made the expanse and divided the waters which were under the expanse from the waters which were above the expanse.
Waters
and
up there,
it was so.
Down there.
And God called the expanse heaven. And the evening and morning were the second day. And God said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and he called the gathering together of the waters seas. And God saw that it was good, and God said, "Let the earth bring forth tender sprouts, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after its kind, whose seed is in itself,
after its kind,
upon the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth tender sprouts, and the herb yielding seed after its kind, and the tree yielding fruit after its kind, whose seed was in itself. And God saw that it was good.
It was good.
And the evening and morning were the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to divide between the day and the night. And let there be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the expanse of the heavens to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the smaller light to rule the night, and the stars also.
The stars also.
And God set them in the expanse of the heavens to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide between the light and the darkness. And God saw that it was good.
It was good.
And the evening and morning were the fourth day. And God said, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creatures that has life,
The sea creatures,
and the fowls that fly over the earth in the open expanse of the heavens."
Birds and all that.
And God created great sea animals and every living creature that moves, which the
Larger
waters brought
stuff.
forth abundantly after their kind,
Oceans and stuff.
and every winged fowl after its kind. And God saw that it was good.
It was good.
And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters of the
Told
sea,
them.
and let the fowl multiply in the earth." And the evening and morning were the fifth day.
Fifth day.
And God said, "Let the earth bring forth the living creatures after its kind, cattle and creeping things, and each animal of the earth after its kind." And it was so. And God made the animal of the earth after its kind, and the cattle after their kind, and everything that creeps upon the earth after its kind.
Okay.
And God saw that it was good.
Speaking in plural.
God said, "Let us make man in
Let
our
us.
image, after our likeness.
And our
And let
image,
them have
our
dominion over the
likeness.
fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth." And so God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created them. He created them male and female. And God blessed them, and God said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth, and
We'll come back to
subdue it,
this in a minute.
and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth." And God said, "Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree which has in it the fruit of a tree yielding seed. I have given it to you, and it shall be for you food. And to every living thing of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creeps upon the earth, which has life in it, there shall be every greenness of herbage for food." And it was so.
Fruits and vegetables. And
God saw everything that he made, and behold,
it was good.
it was very good.
Very good.
And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Genesis chapter 2.
Here's chapter 2.
And the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And the seventh day God ended his work, which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day, and sanctified it, because in it he had rested from all his work, which God created to make. Now these are the generations of the heavens and of the earth,
It's like a
when they
recap.
were created. In that day the Lord God made the earth and the heavens, and every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. For the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was no man to till the ground. But there went up a mist from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground, and the Lord formed man of
weather
the dust of the
patterns.
ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
And I breathed into
Man
Adam
became
a living
a
soul.
living soul. And the Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground the Lord God caused every
The
tree
man.
that is pleasant to the sight and good for food to grow. The tree of life also was in the middle of the garden,
Think of the trees.
and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And a river went out of Eden to
Think of
water the
rivers.
garden. From there it was divided and became 4 heads. And the name of the first is Pishon. That is it which surrounds all the land of Havilah, where there is gold. And the gold of that land is good. And there is Delum, and the onyx stone. And the name of the second river is Gihon. It is the same that surrounds the whole land
Ethiopia.
of Cush.
And all that.
And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. And that is which goes toward the east of Assyria. And the fourth river is Euphrates. And the Lord God took the man and put him into the garden of Eden to work it and keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, You may eat freely of every tree of the garden, but you shall not eat
Talking
of
to
the
the
tree
man.
of the knowledge of good and evil. For in the day that you eat of it, you shall surely die. And the Lord God said, It is not good that man should be alone. I will make a helper for him. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every animal of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them to Adam to see what he would call them. And whatever Adam called every living creature, that was the name of it.
Through the years.
And Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowls of the air, and to every animal of the field. But there was not found a helper for Adam. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall
Going back
upon
from a
Adam,
deep sleep.
and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh in its room. And the Lord God made the rib which he had taken from the man into a woman. And he brought her to the man. And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones,
Adam
and
said.
flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed.
Okay, now, I think that the people who wrote the Bible, at some point, they made the mistake earlier on by mentioning the man and the woman when God was first doing things, and when he first created the man, and telling him all these trees are in the garden and all these things you're supposed to eat. You know what I mean? I think that, and it says the man and the woman. I think that they were supposed to put that after God was dealing with the man and doing all of that. Anyway, that's not important one way or the other. A very important another thing here is that he kept saying it was good and very good. And you notice I keep emphasizing that good and very good, because when I go back to my book in the book of Revelation, and the lamb being slain at the foundation of the earth. And in that one of those videos, in the video, I think that particular video, we were setting this all up. I was saying how everything was good and everything was right. There was no such a thing as an evil yet. So when the Lamb took the book out of the Ancient of Days' hand, we rejoiced, because there was no such a thing as bad or evil. And if something was to happen, it was going to be on that other side. Everything was good and very good. If something bad was going to happen, that means it was going to be on that other side, bad and evil, meaning that the door of death was now open. And if that door of death is open, that means every human being's got to go there. That's why I emphasize the good and very good. There's no such a thing as bad and evil. Okay. Now comes Genesis chapter 3. Here we go. Okay. So